Hello everyone, and welcome to my Days of Our Lives official. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. EJ is on the phone with Harold in the hospital, informing him that Gabby is doing well. Holly arrives after learning about the explosion, is happy to see EJ is okay, and gives him a hug. EJ senses her anxiety and believes she has forgiven him. Even though she's still not over him lying about Jude's paternity, she says she wouldn't go that far and doesn't want to see him destroyed. EJ is aware of how horrible what he did was and how frantic he was to keep his marriage intact. She understands that desperation can lead to foolish actions. He describes her as sympathetic and compassionate. When she found out the truth about Eric, she said it meant a lot to her because he was there for her. Subsequently, she turns to face Brady and queries his plans regarding his injury to her Aunt Sarah. Holly and EJ discuss days. Brady confessed, but EJ informs her there wasn't enough evidence to charge him. He understands her anger, but he questions whether she wants Eric to suffer for what he did to Daniel or whether she wants justice for Sarah. She acknowledges that it's possible she's venting part of her resentment on Tate's father. She claims that Brady will now be able to walk after Eric received a smack on the wrist. EJ assures her that if any proof surfaces, he will hold Brady responsible. She offers to assist however she can. She claims that since Eric is having the nicest time with her mother, Brady has to pay. EJ concurs with her. EJ advises Holly to take care and that she needs to get going. Holly offers help days. Following Holly's departure, EJ contacts the station and threatens to suggest some leadership changes to Mayor Price unless Commissioner Hunter finds proof linking Brady to Sarah's hit and run. Tate calls Holly from home without a shirt on and leaves a message. He knows she's upset that EJ hasn't charged his dad for Sarah's hit and run, and this is his third message to her. He was hoping they might have a conversation. A knock on the door, and it's Sophia, surprising him with dinner. Tate opens door without a shirt days. After Tate puts on a shirt, they take a seat. His favorite appetizer, the barbecue sliders she brought, are devoured by him. She wanted to drop by and give him some tender loving care and comfort food. Placing her palm on his leg, she inquires as to if Holly is still keeping him cold. He claims that she is, and that she believes that his uncle Eric has abandoned her, and that his father has now nearly killed her Aunt Sarah. Sophia claims that Holly is also avoiding her, and she finds the situation to be rather distressing. She claims that in addition to Holly, she also feels bad for him. She claims that she would never turn him down if she had a guy as wonderful as him. She deems him a wonderful catch and praises his appearance and intelligence. Sophia concurs with Tate days. As they look into each other's eyes, there is a knock at the door. Tate separates to answer it and sees that it is Holly. When Holly notices Sophia there, she is obviously disturbed. Sophia comments that since they were just chatting about her, Holly's ears must be burning. Holly shoves Sophia out the door because she needs to return to her work. Tate insists that's not how she sees things. Holly claims she is not in this place to discuss Sophia. She wanted to hang out and spend time with him like they used to, and she wanted to apologize to him for ignoring him. Tate replies he's missed her and that he would appreciate that. They give hugs. She suddenly gets upset and requests to use his bathroom to get cleaned up. Naturally, he informs her, and she proceeds towards it. Holly chases Sophia away for days. After Holly starts poking around, she discovers Brady's chamber. Glancing around, she finds Brady's briefcase and attempts to pry it open. She is caught by Tate, who queries her actions. Holly makes an attempt to break into Brady's case. Days. Eric asks Brady how he's doing when he bumps into him at the Brady pub. Brady was checking on Ava, who was attacked by a mad individual, and is doing the best he can. Eric was unaware that he was friends with Ava. He claims that although they weren't, they were the night he fell off the wagon. He acknowledges that they spend a lot of money together, and although she attempted to persuade him out of it, he was determined to ruin his life. Sarah might not be in a wheelchair if he had listened to her and allowed her to talk him out of drinking. Brady and Eric at the bar days. Eric tells Brady as they sit down that he must stop blaming himself for what happened to Sarah. Brady claims he crippled her, but Eric counters that Sarah would find a happy life and that he was mistaken. Eric advises him to follow suit. Brady queries how he is expected to have a happy life given that he destroyed someone else's. Xander won't let this go even if he might not have to pay in court. He describes to him how Fiona prevented Xander from beating him nearly with a bat. Brady is informed by Eric that Xander lacks the authority to enforce the law on his own. Even though Eric acknowledges his error, Xander still has no right to pursue him. Eric believes Fiona intervened on Xander's behalf to keep him out of jail. Brady acknowledges he slept with Fiona and speculates that she might not have wanted to see him suffer harm. Though Eric claims to try his hardest not to pass judgment, what was he thinking? Brady clarifies that he wasn't, that he didn't know Fiona was Xander's mother, and that he was just having fun. He says, "It's over," and shifts the conversation to Holly. Eric claims that his kid informed Holly of Daniel's passing before he was able to inform her. Eric claims Tate believed she was already aware. Brady wants to know how Holly is handling it. Eric claims that Nicole and he have deceived her. Brady says Holly will come around, she just needs some time to take it all in. Brady leaves because he has to get to an AA meeting. Eric is teased by EJ. Later, Eric is on his laptop when EJ arrives and insults him for squandering his father's free Wi-Fi. "What does he want?" Eric asks. As he sits down, EJ questions his lack of happiness. He believes Holly despises Brady because of the way he crippled Sarah and how he is now experiencing the guilt of his act. Holly is hurt, Eric realizes, but she will heal. Holly will never trust any of them again, according to EJ, because she now knows how much of a liar her mother is and that he is the drinker who killed her father. He's relieved that she can rely on him. Sarah is carried to bed by Xander in the Kiriaki's house. She reminds him that she has to practice getting herself from the chair to the bed. He says it was a romantic gesture. She asks him to swear not to pursue Brady once again if he wants to help her. He screams that Brady is walking free because there is no justice. She acknowledges his obsession with retribution, but asserts that they should be concentrating on moving on and giving their young daughter their whole attention instead. She informs him that since seeking justice would just make her anxious, she doesn't want him to pursue it. Her priorities need to be taking care of her daughter and getting around without her legs. For their sake and Victoria's, she asks Xander to go on and forgive. He promises that he will go to any lengths to support her in being there for Victoria, but he will never forgive Brady. At home with Xander and Sarah days. Xander interrupts them with a text message, saying he has some Titan business to attend to. She's suspicious since the last time he left on Titan business, he used a bat to attack Brady. He gives her some weights to build on her upper body strength while he's away and swears he won't pursue Brady. He kisses her and tells her he won't be gone for long. Days, Xander and Sarah. Maggie and Fiona spend the evening at the bistro. Maggie is told by Fiona that she must allow people to assist her and take some time for herself. Maggie claims that Xander has been a huge assistance in looking after Sarah. Fiona explains that she wanted to tell her why Xander is not happy with her during this meal. Fiona acknowledges having slept with Brady. The man who left Maggie's daughter disabled was her partner in bed. Maggie and Fiona dying days. Maggie expresses surprise and notes that Brady is Xander's nephew and Victor's grandchild. Fiona acknowledges that neither she nor Brady were aware of the familial tie. They were both lonely, she claims, but Brady was drinking at the time and she didn't realize he shouldn't be. She tells Maggie that it's over and that he cannot get away with what he did to Sarah. She claims that aside from being a kind stranger with good looks, she didn't know anything about Brady. Why is she telling her now, Maggie wonders. Since Fiona had just recently won Xander's favor again, she didn't want their relationship to be ruined by this affair. Maggie queries Xander's knowledge. According to Fiona, he does, and although he was angry, the truth kept him from using a baseball bat to hit Brady. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.